I mean, if you look at the history of the Olympics and how the Olympics started, it was really about participation, started in Greece and about celebrating amateur performances and amateurs' ability in sports. Do you think that the Olympics, as it is now and has been for a long time, has taken enough account of what African sports would look like at the Olympics? Do you think that they need to take into account more potentially traditional African sports getting into the Olympics? I mean, we've seen things like breakdancing coming in, and I think they may be going out. I mean, basketball has been innovated two times over, and now we have 3-on-3. So, I mean, what are your thoughts on? I don't know. I come from the western part of Kenya, and we have bullfighting there. Would it be interesting to have bullfighting at the Olympics or more inherent African sports featured during the Olympics? Maybe we can start with Fela.
Um, right. I think there's two things. In terms of the Olympics itself, you got to look at what's the trajectory of the Olympics, what's the future of the Olympics. Um, there's a lot of conversation around at the moment in terms of, the Olympics itself needs to be reimagined. You've got brands like Enhanced Games coming into the fold, even though, it's a controversial um, reimagining of the Olympic type competition. But I think there's room for that conversation, and that's happening. I think there's room for sport, like Dembe and wrestling, Senegalese wrestling, and things like that. There's an opportunity to test those at the games. But I think, at the end of the day, the Olympics is big business. And, they have to consider what sports are going to garner the viewerships for the big broadcasters and stuff like that. There's absolutely no point introducing something like Dembe and then the broadcasters don't carry it and then the viewership is not where it needs to be. So, but I think there's an opportunity to have those conversations, and those conversations can only be had once, we on the continent show that we are a powerhouse within the Olympic conversation. And to do that, we need to increase our medal count, and, if you look at, in Paris, you know, um, I think it was still Kenya and South Africa that were the lead medaling countries. And then you've got countries like Nigeria who didn't medal at all. There's a huge question that needs to be asked and how that can be. There has to be, we have to address the fact that a lot of African talent are defecting to other nations because of better infrastructure, offers of money to change citizenship and stuff like that. So I think before we can even enter those conversations and including Africa-centric sports, I think we have to address all those other issues.